It is our 50th anniversary for our celebration of caring. I mean, let that sink in for a minute. For 50 years, Assistance League of Phoenix has been putting together an annual event. And so to see that history of our event is so inspiring when I think about where we are now.
You know, I find it amazing that Assistance League of Phoenix is now celebrating its 50th year of Celebration of Caring, which is an annual event put on primarily by volunteers, not only as a fundraiser, but a way to get our name out into the community.
What began as an event that was supported by our members has now evolved into one that the community supports through corporate sponsors and community members that aren't members of Assistance League. It's important because we raise about a third of the money that we need each year to run our organization and provide programs to children.
It's been a really interesting year because with everything shut down, the schools shut down, and that's how we get to the kids that we serve is through the schools. So we had to pivot and then pivot again, turn a few somersaults and figure out how in the heck do we take everything that we have that these families desperately need, how do we get it to them? So we came up with an idea that instead of holding a virtual event, which we saw so many live events turning into, that let's find a way to make sure that every single dollar that's raised is going straight back to the families that need them.
You know, and not everyone can give $1,000. But when they know what we do and they see the difference that we make in children's lives, they want to be a part of that. So whether it's one pair of shoes, 5 pair of shoes, a whole outfit, there is no such thing as too small of a donation. It all adds up, and we need it all.
Yeah, I think during COVID, the needs are greater than ever. Yeah, we really wanted to step it up this year show who we are. So we've been giving a lot of money to the community during COVID. A lot of companies have pulled back a little bit in their philanthropy. I like to say we've been zigging while others are zagging. There's been a lot of opportunities, and it's really fulfilling for us to be able to fulfill our mission of sharing success. And there's nothing better than seeing a smile on a kid's face when they get to walk away with some uniforms and a new pair of shoes.
When a child is able to go to school in clothes that look like, and for instance, uniforms that are the same as other students, and that they have shoes that fit, and they have hygiene products that children fit in better just from a visual standpoint, and then that allows them to focus on other matters such as education and their schoolwork.
There's so many children in the Valley that don't have school clothing, uniforms, shoes to attend school. I remember going back to school shopping with my mom. I was one of 5 children, and it was really a neat opportunity to have my mom all to myself when we tried on clothes. And I would get home and be so excited and want to try on my new clothes and show them to the rest of my family and look at myself in the mirror, and I felt so good and I felt so loved and cared for. And I did the same thing for my children when they started school. And so I can see that on the children's faces, that they feel loved and cared for when they get this personal attention and try on their new clothes.
I'll never forget the experience when we first landed at Children's First Academy, and the bus was out front. One of the first little boys that got on the bus came out. He had this huge bag of clothing, and everything in his hands. He could just barely get down those steps. And I asked him that really important question, how was your experience? And he looked at me and just did this. And I thought, that said it all right there. Every child feels that way when they get off that bus.
The needs are great. We can only do what we can do. But if we put our heart and our soul into it, great things happen.
I think as a team, we really felt like the responsible thing to do would be to turn our 50th annual celebration of caring into really what it was designed for, and that's raising money for these kids and nothing else.
The first and foremost item is thank you. It's been heartwarming to go out and talk with people and let them know what we're doing. So to all the donors and sponsors, thank you for all of your support.
To everyone that supported this campaign, I would say thank you. Thank you so much. Your donations help us fund the programs that deliver these clothing to children. You're showing the children of the Phoenix area that you care about them and that you want them to succeed.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I just can't say enough to everyone that supports Assistance League. It is just wonderful, and thank you so very, very much.
We have dressed thousands of children because of the donors, the supporters, the volunteers who really care about giving back to this community, to making our community a great place. It's absolutely incredible when you look at the impact that this organization makes, and we could not do it without all of the support that we get from our donors. I'm so thankful for everybody who helped us celebrate this 50th anniversary. We couldn't have done it without you. And just know every single dollar that you've donated is going to be matched by BHHS Legacy Foundation, and it's going directly to help us provide clothing, shoes, hygiene items, and books to children right here in our community that are in so much need. And they're going to know that people in their community care about them, and that makes a difference. So thank you.